Yo, we back, Running Point. I'm DJ.
Ron.
Your boy Serge.
What's happening, man? Just if you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Suns just hired y'all former coach Frank Vogel. Do you like Frank there? I mean, you guys have experience with Frank. The ebbs and flows of what he is. Do you like it?
He's a championship coach.
No, I'm just asking, but he has players.
He's all right, coach. All right, from a Lakers perspective, he had us organized. He's an organizational coach. He has everything organized. You're going to see the plays run out. The only thing he lacks is like authority. So we know Kevin Durant's not that strong of a personality, so he'll probably fall in line and not cause a problem. We don't know how strong of a personality Devin Booker is. He will be the senior person there. Like, this is his organization, especially of how he's been performing. So his temperament is Frank Vogel's temperament is his downfall. Like, you need to command respect. These are NBA players. These are 6 foot and 7 feet niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
grown men with kids.
Yeah.
And families. Yeah, for sure.
So that's it. How can he implement his ideas and his strategies? And if they believe in it. But I think he has enough. It'll be roster construction, I think.
Okay. Any viewpoints?
I think he's a good, solid coach. It really depends on what they do with the roster, I think, and how that's constructed.
Frank Vogel does like a big guy, a big man. Pause. He likes, you know what I mean? So
you think DeAndre can flourish in his system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
the four?
DeAndre, huh?
Who's the four?
Durant. Yeah.
Probably.
Well, they definitely need a point guard because obviously we don't know what CP3 is going to do or what they're going to do with his contract because that's a lot of fucking money for a person that's not available.
I like it for Phoenix. I like Frank Vogel for Phoenix.
Yeah.
He probably has the correct temperament for them. Yeah. And reaching out to, I think he'll be able to connect with Ayton. He has a good history with big men. He uses them. He utilizes them. They're important. It might work.
You like it?
Yeah.
What do you think else they need though? Obviously a point guard, correct?
Yeah, they need depth.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's just depth. Because they almost have everything else. You got your big,
True.
Scorers.
True.
Is Kevin Durant officially the number 2 now?
I was saying it this past playoffs.
He's number 2. He's officially it's Devin Booker's team, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Kevin Durant has an ego though either though. I feel like KD doesn't have an ego, so he can kind of.
But it has to be established.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been
established.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any conflict. I feel like he's an easygoing teammate, easygoing personality.
Yeah. I don't think ego wise will be conflict, but as far as
if he's not
how
pecking order in terms of like plays and shit like that, like
But also number 2, and like he's not going to stop playing his way. Like Booker's going to still have to take the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's still going to have to. I'm number 1.
That's my guy. Book's my guy, man. So I feel like I think they're gonna have a full season to work that shit out too. So they had a inconsistent time with the trade, and then Kevin Durant being hurt for 10 games. You know what I mean? So it's like they haven't built that up yet. So I think the more and more they're like with each other, they'll kind of like define those roles. And I think being an older statesman, he's gonna definitely not take a back seat, but like ride passenger. You know what I'm saying? So
and if they get Dame, like you were saying,
yeah. I mean, if they get Dame, it's over, man.
Right.
But former coach Monty Williams just signed with the Detroit Pistons, one of the highest paid out there.
Right?
Isn't it the highest?
Yeah, ever. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to you, Monty. What do you think? You like it for these young bulls out there?
I do. He's a strong-willed guy, so they're gonna listen to him. He's gonna install discipline, structure. Phoenix was very disciplined and structured how they played. So you could tell that they had him prepared. Having Chris Paul helps, of course. But I like it for that young team.
Do you think he would be labeled a too old school of a coach eventually? You think that will be the narrative because of the fact that his his mindset.
He does seem a little hard-headed.
You know what I mean?
He does seem a little hard-headed. We don't know what the issue is with him and Ayton.
Yeah.
You know,
Could it be
based on the narrative, it's mostly Ayton's fault. But it's always a two-way street.
So you like it for the young Detroit Pistons?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You like what they got going over there? Like you like the team, like the Cam Cunningham, and they got Jaden Ivey. You got Isaiah Stewart. You got
Wiseman.
Yeah. So I mean,
I like Cade Cunningham. He needs to stay on the court though. Yeah.
I don't like it because I'm a Knicks fan, but I mean I like what they're doing in Detroit.
Right.
You still got Marvin Bagley.
He's forgettable.
Solid.
Not to be disrespectful,
Solid. You can carve out a rotation spot.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, he's someone around.
I ain't gonna front. I had liked him coming out of college.
I did too.
I had him like.
But unfortunately, Duke players, not all of them are consistent when they come to the league. Because honestly, I had what's Jahlil Okafor over Joel Embiid at one point in time.
You have Jahlil Okafor over Embiid.
Yeah. Because Embiid was hurt in Kansas, I didn't really see a lot of.
They didn't come out the same draft, did they?
They were teammates, right?
No, they didn't come out during the same draft.
No, it wasn't the same draft. It was back-to-back drafts. But yeah, I thought Jahlil Okafor, but obviously, what do I know? He's not even in the league anymore. But yeah, whatever.
He was skilled though.
Huh? No,
Okafor, he was
I just
skilled.
thought in terms of like the big man, I just thought that would work. Really. And then I didn't see enough of samples. And I'm like, Kansas players are always trash when they come to the league. I was basing it off of that shit, but obviously, and then also the injuries. But Frank Vogel, old team, your team. LeBron kind of puts out a IG post.
LeBron was in the gym listening.
Do you think is there any shots to the front office? Like I need more.
Yes, it should be. It should be.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm sorry.
In terms of like, I forget what the meme
This
was.
whole retirement talk and
correct.
This whole narrative of LeBron, but I think it's all directed at, or should be directed at, the Lakers organization. We should not. LeBron at this point is a luxury.
Mm-hmm.
We should be constructing a team to where LeBron could probably show up midway through the season and just be the icing on the cake to carry us, you know what I mean, to walk us to the championship. Like that's what our mindset should be, or the Lakers' mindset should be. So that means building out the roster. If that, I don't know if that's a third superstar type player, but he's telling them like, yo, I'm not trying to carry the team throughout the whole year.
What do you think? What do you guys need? I mean, you made it to the Western Conference Finals. No one expects you guys to be there. Like, what else? How can y'all get better?
You hear the rumors out there?
I mean, they just supposedly they're not gonna let Austin Reeves go, and he's gonna expect $100 million.
If we're gonna match it, apparently.
Yeah, is that too much money you're paying for?
$100 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you let Austin Reeves go, or do you keep him?
You don't give him $100 million and you keep him. Like, come on, bro.
I'm saying, someone's gonna throw money at him.
But
they're gonna overpay all the time.
I really think it depends.
Yeah, I'm not. If like that's a priority for me actually.
That's what I was gonna say, because it happened with Caruso, right? At one point in time.
But it's a priority for me in this way, that I find out what I'm doing with him, like how much you getting, how much you want, and if it's fitting. If it's not fitting, then so now I know the direction. He's not part of your future. Going. It's gonna be depending on how much money you demanding. If you can find someone that's gonna give you $100 million, I may not commit to that. But at that point, if you do that quickly enough, I know I can switch gears and maybe go after Kyrie or maybe go after a superstar and change the direction. But there is a price point where I would say like, yo, switch off of Austin Reeves. Paying him $25 million is what? Like, what's our game plan at that point? He's our savior for when LeBron retires. Him and Anthony Davis. That's the direction we headed in.
Do you see that? Do you dangle AD out there this summer to see what kind of interest you get?
Why not?
I'm asking. I mean,
I don't dangle them out there unless someone is out there, and like you don't go and just dangle them out there and try to figure it out. But if someone is out there that you want, and I wouldn't be opposed to trading AD
I
to
was
get
gonna
that
say,
person.
what's your comfort level with, like, are you still confident in AD and his skill set offensively, defensively?
I mean,
Does he do enough for you?
defensively, he'll always be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's his go-to.
But what about
Like, if you
offensively?
have somebody like, if you could get Jaylen Brown.
It's really about his extension coming up with AD. Like, I don't know what he's going to qualify for. Hopefully, he keeps missing around 20 games so he don't qualify for no awards. Maybe, and that way it's not no max situation, and then we get him on the cheap, and then I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll keep you. I might do it that way, actually.
Because if you're still able to get a third superstar,
Yeah.
and with AD and LeBron,
Do you like Hachimura coming back for you guys? Do you want us to re-sign him?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we can keep him.
I like Hachimura and Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about D'Lo? What do you guys do with D'Lo? You let him walk?
It wouldn't hurt me because I don't want to pay him what he wants.
Who, D'Lo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his ego at this point. If he, he deserves about 20-something mil. Like,
Just out of
his
liquor.
name carries that type of weight, even though his performance kind of suffered in the playoffs. So maybe teams are not. Maybe he's cold out here, and we could get him on the low. But no, I'm not paying 20 mil. I'm not paying 20 mil plus. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, not to double back, but the teams that are left in the finals, obviously, we know the Heat are going to get swept. With the offseason coming, what do they do? How do they improve their roster?
Talent acquisition. And we had this discussion. I think Pat Riley has failed in talent acquisition over the last couple of years. Ever since the Chris Bosh thing, like, we forget that his whole method was to acquire mid-level talent and wait for a trade piece. It's the overachievement of Eric Spoelstra and the players that got them in this position, along with the Heat culture and their discipline. But as far as talent acquisition, I think he's been subpar in that department. Like, Jimmy Butler's been playing above his mind. Like, Bam doesn't seem to be a number two, and then you have undrafted players. Like, if you had proper talent acquisition these last 5 years, they probably would have won 2 championships. They would have won 2 championships.
So they beat you guys?
No, I didn't say those 2.
No, I'm asking a question.
I
And
didn't
you
say
said
those 2.
They were
It's
just in the
within the last
finals.
5
They were just in
years.
the
I
finals.
did.
I'm just asking a question.
I said, well, they would have been in the finals more, probably. They would have won, I think. They would have been more.
But against you in 2020, when they
Not
were,
that championship.
I'm just asking a question.
Not that one.
I'm just saying, bro. Huh?
They could against the Warriors in some other year, but
Get the fuck out of here. The Warriors?
They might have beat the Warriors, a well-disciplined team. Yeah, if they had better talent.
But they could beat the Warriors, but they couldn't beat y'all?
no.
Listen,
It's all about matchups.
why are you focused on the Lakers, my guy?
No, we're talking about
Why are you
Lakers.
focused on the
Nah,
Lakers?
nah,
we try to talk about
you're
Miami.
just talking about
we try to
championships.
veer-
You just said that
Yeah.
within the last
Not that one.
handful. Oh, the
That
last
was
handful of
2020.
teams.
That
I'm
was the
just asking
Lakers
a question.
championship. That was the year my
That's
man
what Jimmy-
Jamin, like, that championship was ours.
Just saying. Go ahead, continue.
But the reason the Celtics lost was why?
Jason
Not
Tatum.
being disciplined.
That's every year, though. The last
That
couple years.
wouldn't have been Miami. With the proper talent, they probably beat that Warrior team. And they went to a game 7 with the Celtics. They just needed talent. Proper talent.
I don't agree, but I get you.
I mean,
Bob Meyer just recently kind of like stepped down. Speaking on the Warriors, what do you think? Is it?
what's his game plan? Yeah, that's the thing.
What do you think? Because Washington was looking at him, but do you go to Washington?
After the Warriors?
if
From
you're
San
Bob Meyer-
Francisco,
but-
Oakland? No,
Bro,
like, what's your game
I'm
plan?
just saying the fact of like in terms of like building something else anew, doing something another project, right? Like, what if he's a builder?
You go to
Like, why not take on the tall task of like the Washington? I'm not saying I would do it, but he could potentially do that. Right? Why couldn't he do that?
I get that. For me, it's not even a basketball question. Like, I get that perspective, and that's enough to leave a situation. my perspective is where you going to live. Like, you know what I mean? Like San Francisco, like it's the environment that I'm speaking of. What environment are you going to? Like you're a Lakers type of guy. You're a Miami type of guy. You're a New York type of guy. You're like those are the situations that Bob Myers' name and weight carries. And the city, he's like a free agent player. You gotta talk about like, yo, this is what my city provides for you.
No, I'm just saying.
Washington?
Because then it's also like, what if you're going to make an emotional decision to maybe select the Wizards because of the fact that they feel like they can do this without him as an organization. They can replace him and they'll do the same thing. So the Warriors, yeah, they're probably relying on the fact that we still have Steph, we still have.
I think it was his decision to make though.
No, I'm just saying.
To step out.
Supposedly it was like a conflict of interest, and that's why he said. So they say, but I'm not too sure about it. So that's why he stepped down. So in a sense, okay. So it could be a pride thing, but he can also make an emotional decision to go to the Wizards. But I wouldn't fucking go to the Wizards at all.
Why is Wizards the main?
They kind of like just threw it out there. Bleacher Report threw it out there last week.
Well, money wise, don't the Clippers have the dollars to really do it?
So the Clippers?
Yeah, Bob Myers to pay him what he wants.
I mean, what do you do with
Lawrence Frank?
Yeah,
Lawrence Frank.
And then also Jerry West is there too.
Jerry West is more of a consultant.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And he came from the Warriors.
Yeah.
Ooh, Clippers is a good choice. Wow.
But then,
okay.
But it's
okay. Jerry West.
Kawhi's hurt. He's not gonna be the same Kawhi.
Oh no, he
you know what I mean? Like
he remaking the team.
That's I guess. With the new stadium being built. No, I'm saying no. With the new stadium coming in, he got a lot of the richest owner in the league. Yeah, I mean, Steve Ballmer can definitely afford him to throw a purse at him.
Yeah, and I think he's going to take a year off.
He's doing his podcast thing though too. He has a podcast, so yeah. But
yeah, he did come out with that random interview with J. Cole.
Yeah, he has a couple of interviews actually.
He look like he look like basketball might not be it. Like that. He look like
things. He gonna do something totally different.
Yeah, he want to quench his thirst. Like he a mogul.
So okay, so we're on the Warriors. Now that we know Bob Myers is out, what's your most pressing issue? Is it finding the new GM first or re-signing a Draymond and a Clay? And what are you going to do about Jordan Poole? It's tough.
Yeah. I think that's Steve Kerr, Joe Lacob, and Steph Curry.
Need to sit down?
Yeah. Whoever are the heavy hitters who are indispensable, who are not leaving, who make moves in that organization, need to sit down and figure out
what's going on.
Yeah.
You're the new GM. What do you do?
I see what Steph want to do. I'm the new guy. Like, you know what I mean? No, I see what Steph wants to do. Like, you believe in Clay and Draymond? Like, that's who you want to roll with?
You go with your stupid.
Like,
you know what I mean? I'm just asking the question.
That's what you want to roll. Jonah, you can chime in anytime, my guy. Anytime.
Yes. It's Steph.
Yeah.
I'm not about to upset my superstar.
Right.
And, I mean, they've been rolling together all this time. You let it rock. So, I don't think Bob Myers is that big of a loss for them. It's whatever he already did, it's already embedded. You know what I'm saying?
I think he is that big of a loss because he's the relationship guy. Like, a new guy can't come in and ask Clay and Draymond to take less money. A new guy can't come in and be like, "Hey, yo, you taking a pay cut and a significant pay cut."
I don't think Bob Myers could have done that with Draymond. I don't think anyone could do that with Draymond.
What, ask him to take a pay cut?
Yeah, Draymond's been pretty adamant, bro.
He wants his money.
He wants what he deserves. Like, he's been pretty adamant.
No, I think Bob Myers could have done that. After trading Jordan Poole.
Okay.
You would trade Jordan Poole?
Oh, yeah. No, he's going regardless.
No, I'm asking.
You could get some pieces for Jordan.
Wow. You giving up on him already?
It's not giving up. It's
No. I quit.
Why'd he quit?
Would he be nice somewhere else? That's the risk I'm willing to take.
Damn.
I'm just saying you can get some pieces.
With that money, yeah.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. I like Jordan Poole.
But it's not even a negative thing to it. Like, you're
I like him too, but this postseason, he
do it for you?
played like a bitch. Not just his play either. Like his whole
Attitude.
demeanor, like all, and I was like, damn, that Draymond shit really fucks shit up, man.
Yeah.
I don't think Jordan Poole sucks, man.
No.
Yeah, he don't. I mean, once again, because the right,
It's the right.
the right move is to ask Steph, my guy, what do you want to do? How you want to roll? Like,
That's a fact.
I don't think Steph coming back with, we should keep Jordan Poole. I don't think he's saying that.
nah, for me, Jordan Poole is gone no matter
Yeah.
what. Like, whatever Steph wants to do, Jordan Poole's not. You want to keep Draymond and Clay, like,
I think
Jordan
Steph-
Poole's money's not
Steph
going to work
is-
out.
I think Steph is rolling with his team, though, bro.
He's
Minus
rolling with
Jordan-
Clay and
I
Draymond.
think
Minus
so.
Jordan Poole?
What I would like for Steph to say
Is.
is get them niggas out of here. Let me get some new superstars. Let me get one more run before I have to retire, bro. Like, that's what I would like for him.
Like, what if you go
Damn.
to Steph and ask him, what do you want to do? And he says, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, that's an easy question. That's an easy answer. Sit back stuff, like work out. Your team might be completely different, but they can get you like meditate, like get your mind right.
I'm saying that's his
But-
indirect way of saying get them niggas
Yeah.
out of here. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Draymond. That's probably the internal conflict that you're speaking of with Bob Myers and the organization. Bob Myers has a relationship. He kind of owes these guys and they owe him. So it's some kind of relationship where he's gonna pay Clay and Draymond.
Yeah.
Like that may not be the best business decision.
So you
Like-
based on loyalty than anything else?
Yeah, like that loyalty factor is gonna play a bigger role. A new guy is gonna come in, look at the books, and be like, "Yo, Clay, Draymond, this shit don't make no sense."
That's true.
And that's the internal conflict because Joe Lacob could be like, "This don't make no sense for my pockets. I still want to win. I'm still, I'm in this, but like, now Bob Myers, you making decisions with your heart, and maybe."
That's where the conflict came in.
Like, if you re-sign him, then every other move has to be right. Like, because you're still going to be in the race to win a championship. Like, if you take a chance on anybody, those guys, you take a chance on Clay and Dre.
I'm with you.
Older superstars? Aging superstars?
Depending on what you do around them. Like, everything else has to, like...
But they tried that already.
That's what
They tried
I'm
this
saying.
shit. They just won last year.
They
No, I'm saying prior to, like, in terms of, like, developing the roster, the last couple of years.
Then, who knows what could happen.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they just won last year.
Yeah.
So
So
it just depends on what you got.
I'm
around.
afraid to ask Steph what he thinks because Steph is not gonna give up Clay and Draymond, especially since they just won.
100%.
Like, it's not a move you should do, but I wouldn't blame you if you do it with those
Do
guys.
what? Stay with him?
If you pay Clay and Dre.
I wouldn't want to be.
They went out in the second round, right?
Yeah.
To us, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're the defending. Well,
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. Clay needs to accept that he's no longer like a number 2 option.
Oh, yeah. He should yeah.
Word.
For sure. Yeah.
His
Word.
performance in the finals was also bad. And
But
his
my-
performance in
Yeah.
the playoffs was bad too.
But my thing is, the guy who could have asked them to take a pay cut,
It's gone now. Yeah. If Denver wins, if or when they win, could they start like a dynasty like the? San Antonio Spurs?
That was my next question.
Do they start a dynasty?
a dynasty.